me. I got him. Oh, he got me. I'm getting ambushed. Guess what, y'all? It's mission 32 BattlBox. Self-defense box. Y'all don't go nowhere. All right, guys, so like I said, this is mission 32 of BattlBox, a self-defense box. I got my good friend here in Sifu and Jeet Kune Do and Wing Chun, Rick Montgomery. This guy right here is a really good friend of ours and has taught me a lot. I've been training with him for a little while here in Statesboro. So you want to tell the folks a little bit about what you do, real quick?
Jeet Kune Do was a martial art developed by the famous Bruce Lee. I've had the opportunity to train under that style system, wouldn't call it a style, a system from David Gallagher in Fort Myers, Florida. My Sifu had the opportunity to train with most of Bruce Lee's original students, primarily Ted Wong, but also Daniel Lee, Steve Golden, Jesse Glover, and I've probably left out more than I can remember. It's quite a few over his, he's been doing martial arts for 50 years, approximately. So just really enjoy it. Like bringing it here to Statesboro, Georgia, teaching privately and showing you guys.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun because I know for myself when I first started with you and everything, being Americans, it's boxing, it's being styled, it's heavy hitting and stuff like that. Where in a self-defense situation, a lot of it's up close, split second, and Jeet Kune Do and those styles of martial arts are designed to do very quick but effective, damaging, blows where you can get out.
Exactly.
You're not going to sit there and go toe to toe with somebody for 3 minutes. You want to quickly diffuse the situation.
Yeah, I always tell people that in boxing, you never see a fight that somebody won 1-0. It was never one punch.
Right.
It's always 240 punches landed versus 125.
Yeah.
So on the street, you definitely don't want to be taking punches.
Right.
You want to end it as soon as possible. So. And
the good thing about having a little bit of background in a self-defense or a very, I don't know if I should say destructive martial art. It is, but a lot of people that are going to come up to you don't have any training, so they're going to come at you with that Americanized boxing, and you're going to have a leg up with just a little bit of training, to defend yourself against a person like that. So just a very, very cool martial art, and this is a really good friend of ours, man, and he's got a lot of experience, and he whoops my butt on a regular basis, and I kind of enjoy it. I get to learn some stuff along the way. So we're going to go through this box and talk about some of the contents in it and just kind of get your expert opinion on it, how you would use it and what you think about it, and go from there. All right. So let's crack into the box. We got our packing material here. Get out of the way. So as you see here, we got our basic, advanced, pro, and pro plus, each level of subscription, and we're going to start off with the basic box of $25 a month. So first up is ABKT, American Buffalo Knife and Tool, right? Got that right. Punch dagger. I like to call them just ABKTs. I can't always remember what they mean. But I think
long name.
I think I did pretty good there. Right?
Yeah.
Let's crack into here and see what we got. Doesn't that look familiar? Check that out. I got one on my neck here already. So what do you think of that?
Wow. As far as using, in Jeet Kune Do, we use our lead hand as our dominant hand. So it's very much like a fencer. So I feel right at home just putting this right into my lead hand if I wanted to use it as a punch. Just hold it real quick. Okay, I'm gonna, just kidding.
Okay. Are you done yet? I didn't feel it. That thing's sharp. I didn't feel it, man.
Boy,
so yeah, that's pretty cool. Get a close up of that there. Really sharp on both sides there, and a very sharp point. Fits really good in the fingers too.
Definitely could be able to get to it pretty quick.
Yeah.
So I could get this out of the.
It's light. I've been wearing neck knives since we got back from a blade show in June, I got a neck knife I've been wearing every day. A little heavier than this. It's more like a regular size knife, but this is really light. You won't really be able to notice it on there.
I like this because it sits about like a pair of dog tags. Some of the other neck knives are pretty large. They make a pretty big imprint, and unless you have a big loose shirt.
Yeah, and you can choke it up if you need to. You know, you can take a couple links out and choke it up.
Yeah.
I know that's what I had to do with my larger one, but that's an excellent little tool there. Like you say, for God, that would really suck.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I mean, getting punched sucks to start with, but having about 1.25 inches worth of penetration with a little punch dagger there like that would really suck. So, very effective, easily concealable, lightweight tool that you can have with you in a self-defense situation for sure. You like it?
Oh yeah.
I'll let you have that one. How about you? You can have that one. I got one right here.
I've never seen a neck knife this size. This is awesome. I'll definitely wear this.
Cool. All right. Next up, I'm not gonna let you use this on me. Okay. Saber Personal Defense Spray. Right here. So we need to finish the video.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna use this on me, but take it out of the package. Saber Red Pepper Defense Spray. So excellent product to have, especially for females that keep in their purse or keep readily available in a vehicle. If somebody comes up to their window or wants to try to carjack them or something like that, they can really ruin their day by shooting this stuff in their face and eyes. Have you ever been pepper sprayed before?
I have.
You were in the Marine Corps, right?
Yeah,
so
it sucks.
Yeah.
CS guys, it's not a pleasant experience.
Yeah. I accidentally, I didn't get sprayed with it, but a buddy of mine was screwing around with some and accidentally let it out in a room, and
it fills the room.
Just a little bit of that like really
Makes
bothered me. So wow, 35 burst, which is up to 5 times more than other brands. So you can get 35 shots out of that thing. Let's see, it's got UV dye included in it, so even if they were to get away and get it where it weren't bothering them or whatever, they got dyed or whatever, so they could be identified with that. Let's see, making grown men cry since 1975.
I'll tell you what, when you're out jogging, man, and if some people's dogs, they let their dogs in the yard, they get out of the yard and want to chase you down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dogs don't like that either.
Dogs probably don't like it either.
It's got a clip on there. Very cool. So you could put that, in your vehicle and clip it to your visor or somewhere, or keep it on your person when you're out jogging or something like that, or if you're in areas, where there's potential of being bothered by somebody, right?
Yeah. If
Made in the USA.
Tried to run with a knife in your pocket, it doesn't work out too well. It rubs you raw.
Yeah, pepper spray really sucked, dude. Golly mighty. So next up is also from Saber Personal. It's a key ring alarm. So a keychain with an alarm on it. So it says here, 120 decibel audible alarm up to 600 feet away. So let's see if I can get into it, man, without
give this to my 25-year-old daughter.
Yeah. So here we have a keychain. So you hook your keys to it or whatever. So I mean, it's really going to get a lot of people's attention, right? It's really going to scare whoever's messing with you. I mean, there's tons. I mean, I've had situations where my wife had somebody following her around, a Walmart parking lot one day or whatever, So you can set this thing off on your own, but also if you get in a tussle with somebody, like you try to take my keys or whatever, and I smash that. It's bad, ain't it? All right, give me that back. Woo! That makes your eardrums touch.
Yeah,
I think mine touched a couple times. So not a pleasant sound at all. So 120 decibel. It's got two different alarms on there that are pulsating at different frequencies. So it's not pleasant at all. So it's going to get somebody's attention if you're in an area. If carjacking, somebody taking your keys or trying to get your wallet or whatever, a way you can, Jesus, you can draw some attention, right?
Yeah, definitely will wake somebody up.
So there you go. That's a pretty cool device right there. It makes a lot of noise, and golly, I got bad hearing damage anyway, man. So like my ears are really sensitive to certain frequencies, and that really bothers me a lot. So that's your third item in the basic box. So first item was this punch dagger, deck knife, the spray, pepper spray, and now this key ring alarm. So also something you're not going to be able to use on me. Coming up next.
Gonna pull it.
No.
Spray you with the pepper spray.
You're gonna mess my ears up and then mess my eyes up, right? So next up is the Viper Tech VTS 989 stun gun.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, a stun gun right here. I mean, in the basic box, $25 a month subscription level, and you got yourself a stun gun. So just the sound of these things bother me.
Yeah, that.
Daniel's had one, obviously, you know, for a while, testing and doing different things and trying to, you know, see how they fit in the box and all that stuff. And he'd be in his office and he'd hit that thing, and I'd be like, man,
that electricity.
oh yeah, I don't want to be nowhere around it. I just don't, man. Just the sound of it freaks me out. I don't think you have to get anybody with it. Just them hearing it should make them want to go the other way. So you got a little holster there for it.
My wife's family is all law enforcement, and they always talk about the testing process where they have to link arms. I have 3 guys link arms, and the guy in the middle gets it.
Gets it, yeah.
And they say the next day it's like your biceps and your legs are so sore from everything clenching up so tight.
I got hit by one accidentally one time. Or they said it was an accident. My buddies were playing with one, and it sucked, man. I barely got it, you know. So you got yourself a charging cable here, so it is rechargeable, and it's got a flashlight as well.
Oh, yeah.
No, like I don't like it.
No.
So.
Good grief.
Yeah, there's your flashlight mode, and so you can blind them in the face. You know. Ooh. I mean, look at that, man.
You remember those old bugs outside your house? That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, except we're way bigger.
Yeah, that thing.
It really sucked.
Grief.
I can't stand. Oh, had to switch on. He didn't like that. Bob can take it. I don't want. So, very cool. God almighty. See, me being a chiller mechanic, I've been shocked by AC current before. I mean, that sucks. This ain't no different, man. It sucks too.
You got a metal desk too, don't you?
I do. Daniel probably rigged this up to a switch or something. I sit down and it get me. Oh man, so very cool item right here. Obviously, in some states, you can't have these, unfortunately. So there is an alternative. So if in your state and in your area these are not okay due to local laws, we've got 2 products in here to make up for not getting this. So some of you got this, which is awesome, and some of you are going to get 2 more things, which is awesome, in replacement. So if you didn't get the Viper...
I haven't picked it up yet. I have to pick it up.
Okay. The 2 items that you get in replacement of that, the first item is this U.S. Marine Close Combat Fighting Handbook. You're familiar with this, aren't you?
I am very familiar with that.
So he was in the Marine Corps, and I guess... This was probably your start in any close quarters combat.
Actually,
you weren't doing,
it was. I was.
Right.
I started off learning martial arts through this program right here back in the. Wow, to date myself, in 1990. So yeah,
So very, very good information in this book, and it's a lot of stuff that looks very similar to the things that you've shown me when we've been training or whatever. So this goes to show that close quarters combat is very effective, and there's some really cool ways you can, even somebody who's 3 times your size, if you got the proper training, you can really ruin their day.
It's good. It covers armed and unarmed combat, so it goes from carrying a fairly large size weapon to being unarmed and dealing with somebody with an armed weapon.
Right. So I guess if you want, maybe just demonstrate a couple, I guess, of the basic techniques of I guess if I had a knife, we'll pretend I got a knife. Here's our knife. All right. So, obviously if somebody's got experienced knife fighting, they're going to do something different. But a typical attacker is going to come at you, going to threaten you with a knife.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take this. First of all, if I'm coming up to you and you have a knife, I'm not going to continue walking towards you. Okay, so if I see the knife exposed, okay, I'm going to either turn and walk the other way or do something else. If I'm already seeing the knife, I'm not going to come up here to investigate.
Okay. So I don't have a knife.
So if I always tell people if you've got a blade, the best defense is to run.
Right.
Okay, because the idea that you're going to get into a knife fight and not get cut is not realistic.
Right.
Okay, you're going to get cut. It's just a matter of how bad and are you going to survive.
Right.
So if we approach it like that, it's a little bit easier.
Okay.
Right. So now I'm here and I didn't know the knife was coming. Now I see you reaching for your pocket. I've got to start to react.
Right.
Okay. So I want to make sure that I address the knife, but I also want to make sure that I don't forget that you have other weapons. Okay. So if I've got tunnel vision on your arm here, and I'm coming to grab you here, you may hold on to that, but I still got to worry about you pounding me in the head.
Right.
Okay, so if I see you starting to grab something, I'm going to be coming in and hitting you, and now making you think here before I come here. Okay, so if I get it down there, it's a lot more survivability from here. Okay, now I can start to work breaking this out. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So if he's got the knife down here, it's going to be coming this way.
It's an offensive defense.
Yes.
I mean,
Right, because I don't want to sit here and you come at me and you start to stab and do this. But if you're good, let me hold this for a minute. I mean, if I know what I'm doing, I'll come in and you're going to try to grab my arm and I'm going to.
Right.
Hey, so I just come in and as soon as you go for it, we call it a single indirect attack. In other words, I'm not going to follow this line here. I'm going to make it difficulty. I know you see me coming, so I can just change this line. It's almost like a feint in basketball. I'm going to get you up in the air.
Right.
Coming in, bringing it right around.
Okay.
So if I'm doing it, I'm concentrating on that knife, you'll just bring it up and around. Okay? So I'm coming in, boom, yeah.
Right.
Okay, so Daniel's wanting me to use a knife here. Okay. Yeah, so.
It's not real.
when this thing is coming in here, I have to stop this, okay? Whether it's here, if I can be offensive, I will. And when I be offensive, I mean, I'm going to cuss him out. I mean, I got to hit him. Okay.
You can cuss me out afterwards,
I cuss you out afterwards. Okay? So he comes in, and I'm coming. I want to hit him. Bam! Right here. Now I can start working with this. To start, trying to take his balance. Okay.
All right. He's strong.
All right. So when he comes, I'm going to give him something. I'm going to try to. I'm being nice. I'm slapping him in the face. So it looks like I'm, give him a love tap. I'm actually driving my fingers into his eyes. Okay. Yeah. Right up here. Okay. So once we're worried about that, there's, I can start to worry about other things to do with the knife. Okay. But I got to get his mind away from here. Okay. So if he comes higher, I'll try to get the knife up in here. So Brandon's a big guy. He's Polish. Try to get the knife out. Try, come on. Okay. So, bam! I'm just gonna sit here, and now I can start to work him. Okay. Right. Okay. So he's not gonna get this knife.
Yeah, he's kind of got my arm pretty good.
I've got it cupped here. So the main thing is that the idea is that if he gets to stab once, that's all he gets.
Yeah.
Okay. What I don't want him to do is come in doing this.
Right.
Okay. This is very hard to defend against. Right. But if I'm coming up and Okay. Right. So he comes in, I go, bam. Okay. So I have to be very careful about, if I come in, you want to be able to address it, but you want to also address it here too. And, yeah.
All right.
Break it. Yeah, there you go. This is really uncomfortable right now. Okay? So in Jeet Kune Do, I don't think as the knife as being my only weapon. Okay. So from a knife fighting perspective, if I come in like this and I feint and he looks at it, I'm going to go bam and just hit him, and then I'm going to start stabbing him and work. Okay. So usually somebody who's focused on the knife, he only thinks he has one weapon, so he's going to sit here and try to jig you. Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I'm a multifaceted fighter. So I come in and I hit him. Now, trap him in. Coming in. Yeah.
Got my balls! Okay. Whew. All right. So you can learn that stuff in this book. And beat up on your friends, learn how to do it, right?
Yeah.
But do it with a fake knife, not a real knife.
Don't beat up your friends.
So very cool information in here that the Marine Corps uses to teach their recruits while they're building Marines. So very cool information right there. So that's one of the items if you did not get the Viper Tech. The second item is this tactical notebook. Very nice notebook. It's got a pouch there on the front, but this will accept the Right in the Rain inserts, so you can put the Right in the Rain notebook in there. You've got lots of areas for pens and knives and cards and information and stuff like that. You can use this as a range book if you wanted to.
Perfect size for a range book.
We're out of breath. all kinds of really cool things that you can do with this. So that is the second item, along with the book, if you did not get the Viper Tech. So $25 subscription level and a lot of really cool stuff in there. We're fixing to move on to the advanced level. This is where it gets interesting. First up on the advanced level, the $50 cost, is a Readyman Wraith fixed blade belt knife. I know you're going to like this, Rick. So it's a fixed blade belt knife that you can carry, scout carry on the back here, or you can remove the belt loops to carry it a traditional way. There she is. Isn't that cool?
Sexy.
So it's a Tonto style with a slight serration at the back. Very cool. Check that out. What do you think of that?
That's perfect. I love that top serration there because I use more of a fencing grip. Instead of wrapping my thumb, I run my thumb along the back of the blade. It makes it a little bit easier to control and to do stuff with. So, man, that's got a beautiful weight to it, and the tackiness.
Yeah. So as a EDC knife, for a self-defense situation, I mean, obviously you can use it for other things, but this being self-defense oriented, how do you rate the size of that and all for that?
This is really a perfect size because it's easy enough to wear on your belt, and I like to wear it horizontally also. I can't stand to put it vertically.
Right.
As you get older, you get love handles. It's in the way. So yeah, mounting it horizontally and being able to whip it straight out is really nice. But man, I really just love the tackiness of this because a lot of polished handles are slick. Okay, and this one is actually, feels like even with a little bit of oil on my hands, it's still really sticky. It's almost like a surgeon's knife. It's dexterous.
And two, it being like that, because in a high stress situation, you need that extra grip and different things.
Absolutely.
I mean, especially if you in a position where somebody's trying to take it from you as well. So what I like about it is it's fairly small in the sense of being able to conceal it. You can choke up on it a little bit and conceal it.
Yeah.
So very cool little knife there. Also, you can use this as a neck knife. There's 2 holes here at the top, so you could take these off and use it as a neck knife if you wanted to.
Only when I have my sweater on.
Yeah, your Christmas sweater.
My Christmas sweater.
Right. So that is the Readyman Wraith fixed blade belt knife.
That's super sexy.
That's cool. I dig it.
I get to take that one home, right?
Sure. So that's the first item in advance. Now I know you're going to like this next item because you've talked about this in our training. This is a product from BattlTac. It's the Kubaton. BattlTac Kubaton. It's got a removable clip, so if you didn't want that on there, you can take that off. But how you like that?
Smoke. That is light. Wow. So what Brandon's talking about is I usually, a lot of times carrying a knife makes you, if you get searched or anything like that, if you're out in bars, you don't want to have a knife on you.
Yeah.
Something like this, it really, kind of looks like a pen almost sitting in your pocket if I had it in my back pocket. I love carrying watch screwdrivers. Okay, they're really small, they fit right up here if you have a pocket, and they're very inconspicuous. Okay, but you can do a lot of damage with them, and I'm seeing this because if I'm in a position where I'm having to play defense and I don't want to really hurt the guy, if you're drunk, I don't want to, you swing at me and I kill you kind of thing.
Right.
But if you come in and you try to punch at me, bam, I may just stick this right in your bicep. Okay, it's really
That
sucks.
would really suck.
Okay. If you throw more a straight punch, I'm coming in, I will send this one of three ways right into this bicep. Now, I don't damage his eyes, I don't hit him in the throat. Okay, I'm just sitting here. He's not going to use that bicep for the rest of the evening. For a while.
Yeah.
Okay? So this thing is, man, this thing is really nice. It's got a nice light feel, and I can put my hand all the way almost to where you can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I had it sitting in my pocket, pulling it out and just coming right in,
Yeah.
is.
I can tell you're excited about it.
That's really sweet.
Yeah, because I know in our trainings you have the small sticks.
Yes.
And you choke up on it like that and go for the bicep and
Yeah, if it's a self-defense, though, and you're punching at me, I may come in, I'm going to come in, and it's going straight in.
Yeah.
Okay, I might
Instant trach.
come in here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sham here, your femoral artery.
Yeah, that'd really suck.
Yeah, this is really nice. I like that it's not a sharp point.
Right.
Because I'm going to carry this in my pocket.
Right.
Okay. So if I have it in my back pocket, I don't have to end up, getting an enema from this thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would suck too.
Yeah, that would suck.
You don't want it to suck for you.
Yeah. And the clip will help it from going down too far in the pocket. It'll be able to sit there, and you'll have that little loop sitting to where
And the design of the finger hole is pretty good too. It's not completely round because all of us have different size hands, and I got fairly decent sized fingers, and they fit through there just fine. But it chokes it nice into the palm.
Right. It sits right there on the palm.
Yeah, as a stop. So when you thrust with it, it doesn't give. So very interesting, very cool product from BattlTac.
I also noticed it's got the grooves in it, so if it does go into the cavity of the body, you can get it back out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you didn't know, when I stick this in, if there's a vacuum created in the body, if it doesn't have them grooves, odds are it won't come back out. I'll go.
Right.
And nothing left but my hand.
Yeah. Cool.
That is sweet.
That is sweet. That is sweet. So that is where my card goes. That is the two items in the advanced box: your Wraith fixed blade and the BattlTac Kubaton.
Okay, hold that for a second.
No. All right. So next up is the Pro Box. The Pro Box has two items in it this month. And it also has a knife in it. So far, we're 3 for 3 for knives. That's pretty cool. So first up is the Mantis BK2A bottleneck knife. This thing is pretty wild looking at it. The bottleneck.
So that's a bottle opener too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So it's kind of like a butterfly knife design, how it opens and locks back there. So,
wow, that's light. That is nice. God.
it's got a cool design to it, huh?
Yeah, that is.
How it has it, I don't know what you would call that, call that other than a bottleneck. It kind of looks like a bottleneck, right?
Yeah, it does.
But that's a very interesting blade there. So again, another small, good striking blade. I mean, obviously to deploy it will take a little bit of time, right? But a good, quick, and inconspicuous way to have a blade on you.
Yeah, because I wouldn't have even thought it was a knife originally when I was trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
I was like,
just looking at it, it just looks like a really cool bottle opener.
yeah, because I was thinking, oh, do you pull it out? And
Yeah, so you squeeze it there, flip the lock, and you lock it back. You gotta squeeze it. It's pretty cool.
yeah, I would use this every day. This is a utility knife to keep in my. It's a perfect size.
And you can crack a cold beer with it. I mean, anything you can add a bottle opener to in my book's like cool. I mean,
The shape of that blade is different. I've never seen anything like that. Because if you stuck somebody with that, man, it's gonna leave a hole.
yeah,
That thing's gonna.
yeah, because it doesn't have a point per se. I mean, it does. It's got two of them though. But I mean, you got a very wide entry.
Yeah, just cut the gash.
Yeah, that'll really open somebody up right there. So, very interesting knife. So, that's 3 knives through 3 levels of subscription. So, next up in the Pro is from Bastion Gear. It's a self-defense belt tool. And this is really cool. Little tool here. Very well built. It's actually not one piece. This is some kind of new way of welding that they do. So this piece here, the center piece is welded to these 2 side pieces. So you've got that opening there, so you can easily put this over a belt. And you've got a quick self-defense tool.
God, that's gonna crack somebody's skull.
It also has a glass break and a bottle opener. So you can hold it like this and crack the bottles open. So what do you think of that? And it's got some good weight to it.
Good grief. Yeah. If you hit somebody with that, you're gonna shatter their skull.
So what I like about it is
perfect. It supports that.
Exactly. That lays in the palm perfectly, so that you're not going to break your finger or hurt yourself with that, because and it's stout enough where this isn't going. You can't pinch yourself with that.
Yeah, I could argue. Right? If somebody asked me what it was, I was like, "This is my cigar cutter," but I left it. I lost the top part. I don't know where it went.
The blade fell out.
Or either, this is my
The
money
bottle
clip.
opener.
Yeah, the money clip fell. Yeah, there you go. What you hit him with? My money clip.
My paperweight.
Yeah, my paper.
So yeah, I mean, just
There's some mass in that.
there's some mass in it, and it's comfortable, and
The lines are clean. That is
very nice. Yeah, I mean, just doing just a little pressure hurts, man. Like, so that is the second item from Bastion Gear, the self-defense belt tool. How you like
Slick.
that?
I
That's
like
very
that.
cool. That's very cool. So, and be great for bartenders. You can go through them bottles really quick with that, you know.
keep you from going through wedding wings.
Yeah. All right, so that completes the basic, advanced, and pro. So we're going to the Pro Plus. This is everybody's favorite right here.
Okay.
The Pro Plus, the Knife of the Month Club is what a lot of us call it. And this month we have another item from BattleTac, and you're really going to like this for self-defense knives or whatever. Is this BattleTac? They're calling it the Double Lock Karambit. Right there.
Carambit if you're in the South.
Yeah, Karambit. So they got a really nice packaging here showing so it's a folder karambit.
Wow.
you know, typically karambits are fixed blade.
Yeah.
Right? So in this design, it's a folder, and it has a double lock in it, so that like a double safety, so it's not going to close on you while you're using it.
Slick. So
You can click that up, and so you got your lock here, and then your double lock
it's got
there.
a double lock it mechanism just in case.
Yeah. So
Wow.
self-defense and so the Filipinos are I guess I don't know if that's technically the originators, but they're really heavy knife.
Yes, they're
Knife
knife culture.
fighting,
Malaysia, Indonesia,
Right.
Philippines. They're a very, very bladed culture, and it's still in some areas very tribal. So they
Right.
still use blades all the time. And man, this looks a lot like the traditional stuff. I mean, beside the fact that it folds, this looks very much like if you've ever seen a regular karambit.
Right.
This is exactly what it looks like, but you've got it so it folds. It's great for capturing limbs. So.
Not tree limbs.
Not tree limbs, but arms.
Arms
yeah.
and stuff like that.
And
So
this and if you want to gut somebody, the curved blade on this will.
So we got one here that's a little duller. I don't want to be gutted or anything like that. It's not extremely sharp. So if you want to do somewhat of a demonstration of what you mean by trapping with a karambit, without sending me to the hospital.
Yeah. So, all right. So we'll just.
I'm scared of stitches.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to accelerate this. So if Brandon was punching at me and I was going to divert this or something, I would use the knife to capture this arm here. So if he tried to resist against it, he would literally slice into his own arm.
Right.
Okay. So after I've captured it, I may find another way to go. Okay, but it's just to help control this arm. Okay, I've got it. I can cut into it. If he wants to push against it, that's fine.
Right.
I may come in and
If
start
I
doing
move
something
like
else.
this,
Yeah.
I'd cut myself.
So, yeah, this blade, the way it's used is really to help isolate stuff.
Right.
Okay, so just a really, really, really nasty cut here. That curved blade is just going to shred that. But also, coming in and
Right.
So if he was punching, I'd come in and and his intestines would go onto the ground. So it is very, very nasty blade.
Yeah.
Wow, that just looks gruesome. Like
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah, it looks like.
You know, it's part of the the BattlTac brand is going for this very very well thought out designs, but it's got that tactical look to it. You know what I mean?
It does.
It's got this really nice finger hole back here. The way it goes down into the sides from the liner and everything. I mean, even in the pivot, it's got some design elements in it, so it makes it really nice.
I appreciate the double lock on that because I would not want that opening in my pocket.
Right. and you don't want it closing while you're using it,
Yeah.
right? So and I think that's partially why the karambit traditionally has always been a fixed blade.
Right.
But with this design, the way that lock works, it's just as safe and just as solid as a fixed blade by having that extra security with that double lock there. So
The weight on that is really,
the
really
weight's
nice.
good. That's the sharp one. So I put the dull one down. We went and shaved first couple layers of skin off my arm. But
Yeah, that just has some substantial heft to it. I really like the way it feels. And my finger fits it perfect in the
Yeah.
hole there. Yeah,
you just want to do it, man. You just want to do
I
it.
want to mess Bob up. over
Yeah,
here.
go mess up Bob over here. Spill Bob's guts. So very cool, man. So 4 knives in this month's subscription. So basic got a knife, advanced, pro plus, all the way up. So there's 4 blades in this month's box, which is really cool. And I think a lot of people are going to dig it, and I'm glad you like it, because I know you understand useful things and non-useful things, and using martial arts and self-defense and close quarters types of combat and stuff like that. So all these items, I think, fit the bill for sure.
Should get like a pig and hang it up and see what this will do, because this.
Don't get me to thinking. All right, folks, so that's mission 32 of BattlBox, a self-defense box. I think this was a great box, a great way to get some tools and some knowledge and some useful things for self-defense.
Absolutely.
You agree? So,
yes, I would.
I really don't know what to pick to be my favorite thing. I mean, it scares me to death, but I really like that there's that stun gun in this. But a lot of really cool knives, 4 blades, 1 in each level. So as you went up in level, you got multiple blades. If you didn't get the stun gun, you got a really cool book and Right in the Rain notebook there, or you can use it as a log book at the range and stuff like that. So some really cool items in here this month. I think it's a great box, and I really appreciate you coming and hanging out with us, man.
Thanks for having me.
And kind of throwing me around a little bit. Yeah. So self-defense is one of those things that you really need to train for, you really need to think about, because when it happens, it's split second, and
it's got to be instinctual.
Got to be instinctual, like you say. So if you aren't already, I really would suggest that you look in your area and see if there's any self-defense courses or martial arts courses that you can take. You don't have to go in there and wanting to be the next MMA fighter or anything like that, but knowing basic skills to diffuse a situation and give you some confidence is really huge. And I know that it's kind of made me feel better knowing that I may be able to take care of business if I have to. I mean, it's kind of a good feeling, and it's a lot of fun too. So if you want to find out more about BattlBox, be sure to check out BattlBox at battlebox.com, BattlBox.com. Be sure to watch the videos of all the past missions, so you can kind of get an understanding and see if there's a subscription level that fits your budget, and I urge you to give it a try. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to this BattlBox channel, and I'll see you next month with mission 33.
It ain't gonna be me.
You ready?
Try, come on. Okay, so, bam, I'm gonna sit here. And now I can start to work it. Okay, I can start to work breaking this out.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay. Okay.